Welcome to the Phoenix Zone and all things Cayman. I'm Phoenix Singh, and I am at the Hard Quill Theater for Cool Out 2023 Fish Tea Vibes. I'll be meeting with the organizers and chatting with some of the bands. Come on in. I'm here with Mr. Nick Hughes from Deep Roots Entertainment and the project coordinator for the Cool Out 2023.
Thank you for the intro. Appreciate it.
And thank you for joining the Phoenix Zone.
My pleasure.
So, Mr. Nick, before we get into our conversation, could you please tell us, our viewers, a little bit about the Cool Out event and the history of the Cool Out event?
Sure. So Cool Out, it's a fairly new event. They had the inaugural Cool Out was last year, but it was on a much sort of smaller scale, just to start things off, see kind of what the response would be on island. And then this year is the first year that we've had like international artists coming, and we've kind of expanded it to be a much bigger event and encompass kind of more aspects of the music industry.
So what was the inspiration for the Cool Out event?
Well, it's kind of about trying to expand the music industry in Cayman, because I mean it's a very kind of small group of musicians on island generally, and there hasn't been much of the infrastructure for the music industry in Cayman yet. So the idea was to kind of try and bring in sort of some of the financial side of the music industry, expand kind of all the infrastructure for that sort of side of things in Cayman.
So you wanted to spread the music industry, and you also wanted to kind of like let people know of them.
Yes, yeah, and to promote, local Cayman artists.
So what is involved with your role as project coordinator?
So my role primarily is I run the social media accounts. So I coordinate with all the different artists that are performing at Cool Out, get their promotional materials, pictures and bios, get all that ready for the social media. And then also kind of helping with general organization, setting up for the events and running merchandise tables and that kind of thing.
So what are the venues for the event, and how many different artists are going to be performing?
So we have over 80 artists in total performing at Cool Out this year. That's all the local artists and visiting artists as well. That's spread across several different venues. We've got The Hive, we've got Run Point, we've got Lone Star, we've got Karoo down on Kamana Bay, and we also have Cayman Cabana.
That's kind of...
And the Hardcore Theatre.
And the Hardcore.
The most important one.
So what are you most looking forward to for the event?
I think we had our first kind of big event was last night at The Hive, where we had a big visiting artist called Steve Aoki, who's a DJ. He came and performed at The Hive as well with some Canadian visiting artists, a couple of Canadian country stars, and then some local Caymanians as well. But I think I'm personally really looking forward to Fish Tea Vibes, which is the event that you're going to come and cover as well. Because I've seen Swanky perform once before. I thought they were amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that. And Randy Chollette's Red Boat Experience. I know Randy personally as well. He's a lovely guy, very talented. And then we also have a Korean band called Pebble Stone, who are coming to perform alongside those two.
So who are all the artists? Like, who are the main stars?
So the main ones we had a guy called country star by the name of Paul Overstreet who came. We had Steve Aoki, as I mentioned before. They were kind of like two big headliners. We've had Jason J.G. Gilbert, who's a Caymanian DJ. We also have Nash Overstreet, who's a DJ as well. He's performing this Saturday coming up. He's like the headline act for that. We've had, lots of visiting artists. Like I said, some Canadian country stars by the name of Elise Saunders and Rivertown Saints, who are visiting. But that's kind of tied in with, there's more local artists than I could even name now. But we've got them kind of all over the different satellite stages as well as playing at the main ticketed events.
So even though this is your second year of the event, what are your goals for the future for Cool Out?
Well, the kind of the idea with Cool Out is that there's a connection with Cayman and a different sort of region each year. So the first year was a connection with Nashville. So that was kind of like a country sort of country music themed event. This year has been a connection with Korea. So we've had visiting Korean artists, one of which performed last night as well, a K-pop idol by the name of Alexa, who is like one of the biggest K-pop idols in Korea. But we want to expand kind of in future years to theme on like different regions. So we're going to do a Mexico themed event next year, and hopefully the year after that, something themed around like Afro beats and African music as well. So it's kind of, like I say, theming on a different kind of collaboration with Cayman each year.
So, do you think that you're doing successful in the Cool Out event?
I think it's been good so far. We're still kind of in the early stages of the event. Yeah, we're still kind of getting the name out, getting the word out, and sort of educating people on what Cool Out is and what we hope it can expand to being. But I think it's been successful so far. Yeah.
So, like you said, I'm gonna be attending for the Fish Tea Vibes event tomorrow.
Yep.
So, who are going to be performing at the Fish Tea Vibes event?
So the headline for Fish Tea Vibes is Swanky Kitchen Band. They're going to be supported by Randy Chollette's Red Boat Experience, which I believe he'll have some other artists kind of performing, collaborating with him. And then they'll be opened by a visiting traditional Korean band called Pebble Stone.
Thank you so much, and good luck with the whole event.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the interview.
I'm here with Miss Sonia from Pebble Stone from South Korea. So what got you inspired into your type of music?
We mainly perform traditional Korean music, but we also play some cover songs, like BTS or Caribbean.
BTS?
Yes,
okay.
like a movie cover songs. Yeah.
So, where have you traveled to for performing?
It's our first time to
this is an
perform.
exceptional
Yes.
very first world tour of the Pebble Stone.
So, how do you like your trip at the Cayman Islands?
It was super nice, and there was a beautiful beach, and the people were very nice, so we were really enjoying it.
Thank you so much. And
Thank
good
you.
luck on the concert.
Thank you so much. I'm on the Phoenix drum.
I'm here with Mr. Randy Chollette, not a stranger to Cayman's music scene. Mr. Randy, thank you for joining the Phoenix.
You're welcome.
So could you please explain a little bit about the Red Boat Experience?
The Red Boat Experience is an improvisational show featuring the traditional Caymanian drum, also known as the pan drum. But it's totally creative. You create everything on stage. From the dance, we have dancers as well, we have singers, we have rappers, and everything is made up on the spot.
So how do you get started in improv?
Well, improv to me, what happened? To me, I don't really perform. Like what I do on stage is what I do at home. Believe it or not, I am constantly dancing, singing, rapping, because it's a part of life. I really love music. I really love arts, all arts. And that's pretty much just a way of life for me. If I feel happy, I sing or I drum. All right, if I feel sad, I sing, I drum. So everything is attached to like just everyday life, really. So when I'm on stage, it's like, oh, all right. It's just
Like almost every single time for any emotion, you still do it.
yeah, exactly.
So how do you practice for improv?
You love it first. You know, once you love something, you'll study. You will. And study don't just mean like study books. Study means like looking into yourself, listening to nature. Because the music comes. People hear it. It comes from you, but it comes deep. It comes from within you. So by just getting to know yourself, getting to know what type of music you like, what type of sounds you like, it's a study of self really. I discovered that I really love dancing,
So for events like Cool Out, why do you think they are important to Cayman's music scene?
It promotes the arts. Anything that promotes the arts and promotes togetherness, promotes just having fun together as a community, it's a great idea. It's a good thing.
Well, thank you so much.
All right.
I'm here with Mr. Rose from Swanky Kitchen Band. So, Mr. Rose, thank you for joining the meeting. So,
You're welcome, and thank you for giving me a chance to talk about music.
Swanky has had a very successful year and awesome year. So, Swanky is celebrating their 20th anniversary, and they just finished performing in the United States and in the United Kingdom. What do you feel about Swanky's success?
Well, I am very thankful, first and foremost, for the great year we've had. The success is a blessing. Sometimes you don't know where you're going to get an opportunity, so that's why you have to keep practicing and keep going at it, because something will come out of your hard work. And so I'm really happy that we've been able to experience this success at this time, and I'm really looking forward to what next year has to offer. But 2023 has been really, really special, and the best part was enjoying it with my musical family, the Swanky Kitchen Band.
So, Swanky is Cayman's most notable band. What would you say to other Caymanian artists that are coming up?
Well, first and foremost, thank you for rating us as the most notable band. Sometimes we wonder about that, but I think what makes Swanky unique and what gives it a sense of importance and meaning to our people is the fact that we are trying our best to preserve something that's really important to Cayman's people, and that's our identity. A lot of times we tie our identity to your environment, to things around you. So maybe a building or a place or a tree or a certain beach, things that have sentimental value to our people. And so with a lot of change that's happening now, a lot of people kind of feel like, oh man, where are things going? And so I think Swanky is a bit of we connect people back to their past and to that sense of belonging, and they know that this belongs to us. And so, yeah, we have lots of people who have come to Cayman from many different places, and Cayman has many different influences. But the special thing about kitchen band music is that it really is like the blue iguana. It's indigenous. It's only found here. And yes, it was influenced by the slaves that came. It was influenced by the people from England, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland that came. It's influenced by other Caribbean islands a bit as well too. But it's Caymanian. And so it's something that we share, like a sense of ownership. I think lots of Caymanians feel that this belongs to us. And people that come and love Cayman, they're like, yeah, this is really Cayman, it's at heart and soul. So what I'd say to Cayman's musicians is to always, whatever you're doing, do it with soul and with meaning and with purpose. That's the most important thing. Like, be really authentic and really love what you're doing, and the likes will come. Love first, like second.
So you're telling other artists that you should put actually more meaning and purpose into what they're doing.
Yes.
So for events like Cool Out, why do you think they are important to Cayman's music scene?
That's a really great question. One of the important things for a musician is to perform, right? And Cayman has, while we've evolved and we've developed and we have lots and lots of great places to eat and beautiful hotels, very few of them really support music. They don't provide a place where musicians can actually perform and play. If you go to other places in the world that are known for tourism, they have stages, they have venues, they have places that musicians can perform. And here musicians have to back all their gear and back it out, and then after a certain hour of night, all the neighbors are complaining, you can't play music, etc., etc. So what Cool Out does, it creates lots of places and spaces for musicians to perform. And so many musicians across Cayman have gotten work over these past 3 or 4 days. And on top of that, they're getting to meet musicians from other places in the world. Like tonight, we saw this amazing band called Pebble Stone from South Korea playing their traditional music. We've had artists from Canada, artists from the States, all over, veterans, newbies. And so it's really great for us to be able to work alongside other musicians from other places, to show them what we have, to learn from them. And Cool Out is a great weekend of energy for music, so it's fun.
So the reason why I like these events, we think they're important, is because you get to learn from the other artists and because you get to perform in front of them.
Absolutely. Collaboration and learning and developing your craft is very important. And if we're only playing in this little room all the time to ourselves, we might think, wow, we sound really great. But if no one's listening to us to tell us, actually, you need to fix that or change that, or you see how people react and respond, then you don't actually develop as a musician. And I think there's going to be opportunities for Caymanians in other places because of the connections they make during Kulab. So that's the good thing about Kulab.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
And good luck for your concert.
Thank you so much. And I look forward to hearing you and seeing you on stage in a future Kulab, because I know you are a musician too. Right? Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Cool Out 2023. And a big shout out to the organizers and the performers. Thank you for joining the Phoenix Zone, and please like and subscribe.